Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Big T. Anderson, and this is the fanfiction reading. This is 90 Seconds by Keleficent. If you enjoyed it, please hit the links down below, give the author some love. I just ate my mac and cheese. I'm actually doing these recordings on Thanksgiving. Well, pardon me, while the rest of my family's out. Anyway, this is Gravity Falls. If you enjoy it, please hit the links, give the good word. If you're new here, I do not write these, I just read them. So yeah, hit the links down below. If you enjoy how I do read these, please give a comment down below, share it with your friends. That would make me happy. If you share it, please, tell how you like the author's work as well, because that makes the author happy. It gets them more eyes, ears, etc. And once again, yeah, I think that's everything, so let us begin. 90 seconds. 911, what's your emergency? Help me, please. My uncle, I think he's having a heart attack. You need to send an ambulance. Can you give me your address? We're at the Mystery Shack, 618 Gopher Road. Alright, we're sending help to your location, okay? Okay. Okay. What part of the house are you in? We're in my room, the attic. Is your uncle conscious right now? His eyes are open, but he's not answering me. So he's not conscious? No, I don't think so. What's your name? Mabel Pines. What's your uncle's name? Stanford Pines. Does Stanford have any medical conditions you know of? No, he has 6 fingers. Does that help? Any information may help. Mabel doubted that was true. She had a feeling the dispatcher was just humoring her. Mabel, are there any other adults in the house with you? No, my other uncle and my brother aren't home. Okay, can you tell me what happened? I was teaching him how to knit sweaters, and then he just fell over and... Mabel's already streaming tears flowed harder, recalling the moment her uncle's eyes rolled into the back of his head before collapsing to the floor and convulsing. Now he's shaking. I don't know what's wrong with him. Mabel, calm down. You need to stay calm so we can help your uncle, okay? Oh, okay. Okay. You said your uncle's shaking. Is he shaking really hard? Yeah, really hard. Are there any furniture or objects that he may hurt himself on? His knitting needles. They're on the floor next to him. He almost hit the sharp ends. Can you push them away from your uncle? Using her feet, Mabel quickly pushed the needles away from Ford's reach. Okay, I did it. Good. His head is hitting the floor really hard. Okay, Mabel, is there anything soft like a pillow you can put under Stanford's head? The sweaters we made, I can use those. Okay, you go do that. Taking a couple of the sweaters they'd been working on, she laid them under Ford's head. Foam began pouring out of his mouth. He began making gurgling sounds that frightened Mabel. He's foaming at the mouth and he's making weird gurgling noises. I don't think he can breathe. Okay, Mabel, are you able to turn him on his side? I'll try. Setting down the phone, she tried to push Ford. It was easier said than done. He was so much bigger than her and still convulsing, making it even more difficult. The gurgling grew even worse. That made Mabel gather all her strength to get Ford lying over to his side. She picked the phone back up. Okay. I did it. All right, Mabel. We want to make sure your uncle's airway is clear. Can you wipe the saliva from his mouth? Without hesitation, Mabel used her hand to wipe all the bodily fluids away. She didn't care how gross it was. All that mattered was helping Ford. Ford's gurgling turned into desperate gasps, then all of a sudden, his body stopped moving and no further sense came from him. Mabel watched her uncle's still body with numb shock for a moment before screaming, "Oh my God, he's dead! He's dead! No, Uncle Ford, please!" She dropped the phone in a panic. "Uncle Ford, don't you die on me!" Ford's eyes opened. They were dazed and confused, but they were open. Mabel sobbed in relief. She bent down to her, so her face was right in front of Ford's. "Uncle Ford, are you okay?" Mabel? As Mabel processed everything that happened, she heard the dispatcher's faint voice coming through her phone and picked it up. She caught a brief glimpse of the call's time, 90 seconds. Only 90 seconds had passed, the longest and most terrifying 90 seconds of her life. Hello? Mabel, are you alright? What happened? I'm sorry, I panicked, and I'm sorry for dropping the phone. That's okay. You're calm now, right? Yeah. What's your uncle doing right now? He's not shaking anymore. It looks like he's waking up. Okay, Mabel. I want you to put the phone on speaker and try to talk to him now. You let me know if anything changes, okay? Putting the phone on speaker near Ford's head, it took him about 5 minutes for his disorientation to wear off. Being finally able to speak. Mabel? Grunkle Ford? Ford took in several things at once. He was lying on the floor. His head was on a bundle of sweaters that were soaked with his own saliva. Mabel was looking down at him, her eyes red and puffy with tear streaks down her face. He put it all together. Mabel, it's okay. I had a grand mal seizure. I've had a couple of them for a while now. Ford never told the kids Bill tortured him with electricity. He didn't want them to be burdened by that knowledge. She didn't look too reassured. He was going to say something else when he was interrupted by another voice. Hello, Mabel. Is there someone else with you? The voice came from Mabel's phone on the speaker. I called 911. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. It's okay, Mabel. That was a very responsible decision. Picking up the phone and speaking into it. Hello, this is Stanford Pines. Stanford, can you describe what happened to you? I had a grand mal seizure. I've had them before. They come and pass. I don't require any medical attention. Grunkle Ford, you need to go to the hospital. Mabel, I promise you, I'm fine. EMT services are on their way. Do you want to cancel it? Grunkle Ford, please, go to the hospital. Please, please. Ford saw no reason to go to the hospital when he knew that he was just not in any medical danger. He didn't want to take up any of the EMT's precious time when there could be real emergencies out there. But Mabel was hysterical, and if going to the hospital would put her mind at ease, it was the least he could do for her. When Stan gets back, I'll have him drive me to the hospital to get checked out. Is that a fair compromise? Mabel didn't like it. She would rather get Ford to the hospital as soon as possible, but he was doing better now. She supposed it was a fair compromise. Okay. Ford answered the dispatcher's questions to assure her that the issue was resolved, and thanked her before hanging up. Deciding he's had enough of laying on the ground, he sat up, and the second he moved, Mabel was by his side to assist him. She led him to her bed and helped him lay down. Are you sure you're okay, Grunkle Ford? Yes, Mabel. I just need to rest a bit. Okay. Mabel took her covers and tenderly tucked them around Ford. Thank you, Mabel. Mabel couldn't return his smile. Her lips trembled as she sniffed loudly. Holding his arm out for Mabel. Come here, sweetie. Mabel went to hug him, and a torrent of tears fell down her cheeks as she wailed. Ford had never seen her this upset before. Shh, 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 shh. No. It's okay, sweetie. It's okay. I'm all right. I'm here. It's okay. Mabel was sobbing so hard she was gasping between each syllable. I thought you were gonna die. I'm so sorry, Mabel. I should have told you about my seizures. I can't imagine how frightening it was for you. Ford glanced at the sweater bundle she had laid under his head. But I'm very thankful to you for taking care of me. You handled the situation very maturely. I'm very proud of you. Ford caught a glimpse of a small smile, even with her face half buried in his chest, and she looked timidly up at him. His heart filled up with guilt at scaring her so, and he held her tighter and kissed the top of her head. I'm not going anywhere, Mabel. I'm not going anywhere. So, that was 90 seconds, which, if you've ever had a moment like this, there will be times when you're on a call, and I've had a few of these actually in my life, where time will move very slowly. You will need to move very quickly. Each second will feel... I'm going under the table to grab my dinner as I say this. Each second will feel like it is a minute, and you will need to move fast. So the whole thing being in 90 seconds, yeah, I've been there. I can agree with that. Before I get a comment that says, oh, that wasn't 90 seconds? Yeah, well. So if you enjoyed the story, links down below. Give the author a good review. Enjoy some of their other work. You guys have a good one. Ta-ta for now.